Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponents on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
36 yards.
It is a big play there for the Lions. 36 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
Montgomery. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
He'll go play action with Goff. He's got it at the 3.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. Gibbs. Touchdown!
Jameer Gibbs, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This is 3rd and 6. Here's Hawkinson in motion. To the air, on 3rd down is McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
On the play.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll step up and run this. And a nice run and close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
That's good for a Vikings 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
They'll motion over Thielen. Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
Vikings
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 29-yard line.
He'll run. This is Mason. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
A 7-yard gain.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The stop by Marcus Davenport. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter from the 21. Here's 2nd down and 9 as we are ready to get back underway. Set up the screen with Hawkinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The Vikings first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On the ground is Mason. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
For Jordan Mason.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. That is caught at the 3. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 1-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So,
and he barrels his way into the end zone. Jordan Mason, touchdown, Minnesota.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Riker good with the extra point. And the Vikings come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Catch is made, that is Williams. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On play action, Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A run, and here's Mason. And this will wind up a Vikings 1st down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Hawkinson in motion. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a pitch to Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That was good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
first down, Lions.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he will score! Sam Laporta! Touchdown, Detroit. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Vikings 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
To throw is McCarthy. Now, screen set up for Mason. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll step up and run. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. It's 2nd down. Now McCarthy. The second down throw is incomplete.
For Justin Jefferson.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up, it was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Minnesota.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Lions called their first time out. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
In motion, Naylor. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown, Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. The Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams.
Complete to Jamison Williams. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing, Goff. That's caught. It's Isaac to Sloth. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as to stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
The 43-yard line.
Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions.
First down.
They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. To the outside, that's St. Brown.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
2nd down, they need 7. To throw is Goff. Back over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down, Lions.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson in for the sack. It's a loss of 9. And sets up 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Vikings 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now a run on 1st down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Robertson on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's now third.
We don't give these
and
big
5.
guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Third down, they need 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That was too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On second down, Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
15. And the Lions first down.
Lions! Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Teamwork. No way, you're kidding me.
This is the way.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Tackled at the 46-yard
18
line.
yards on the pickup there. First down, Detroit.
First down,
The
Detroit.
best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game, and the ability to make those two things look alike, and it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Goff to throw. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
On the tackle.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take them down for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Detroit.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing on second down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. A little miscommunication there, now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This from 30 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
There's Jefferson, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Set up the screen with Hawkinson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
To the ground, a first down run. And we'll get forward for a couple. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot
2 yards
with the play.
on the pickup. It's second and...
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll motion over Thielen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And third down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch taken here. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On second down, it's Gibbs.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 35, here's second and 6. Laporta in motion. A second down throw for Goff. It's caught by the tight end Laporta. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here's the Lions punt team now as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag backed by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. First and 10. is Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tisla.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Hey, switch!
Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Lions first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Travel start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up second and 11.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
They got him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
J.J. McCarthy.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Gibbs. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll step up and run this. A gain there of 24 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
A gain of
So,
24
2 minutes to play
yards.
here in the
And
second
the
half.
Vikings,
We'll
first
come back
down.
and finish this one off
First and 10
after
at the
this.
48-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is McCarthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
To Jordan Mason.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll motion over Thielen. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He's brought down. That pass is gonna pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That one breaking up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
That's good.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on fourth down. You can see he starts first look cover. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
On the ground is Mason. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
He's brought down by
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.